Hey, what's going on, YouTube universe? Welcome back to another episode of Auction Life. This video is going to be a storage unit video. I purchased a unit online. I'm going to kind of walk you through that process a little bit and show you how that happens. I'll show you the ad of what I picked up and why I felt it was a good deal. Basically what I do is when I go on the sites to bid on auctions, sometimes I look at them as far as 8 days out, and I'll put, if my max bid on a unit is going to be like 50 bucks, I will put in what they call a proxy bid, which means it might be $10 to start the auction. I'll put in a top bid of 50, so I'm at 10, somebody goes 20, I go 30, they go 40, I go 50. If it goes above my top, I'm out. I bid on this one 8 days ago, totally forgot about it. Checked my email yesterday and found the invoice. So I went after work and actually paid for the unit and put my lock on it and took some of the boxes home in the truck. But I will show you the pictures and I'll show you the pile. I am basically going to empty this into my shed and then unbox it, and it's probably going to be a couple part video. So this is the unit that we purchased. Let's see if you can see that. I paid $30 for the unit, and the reason why I thought it was a good deal is because if you look, there is a lot of cobwebs and a lot of dust on all the boxes, which tells me that this unit has been there for a long time. Unfortunately, there's a mattress and box spring, but it's a 5x15. That little bamboo shelf is kind of cool. There's a lot of, this is actually just the front, but there's boxes of stuff. I mean, if you can see all the dust and dirt on top of the boxes, you know, that's a good sign. I mean, it goes all the way back. There is some furniture in there. Once I got there yesterday and pulled it out, we couldn't get the door open because the chairs on the top of the mattress here, I hope you can see this. Yeah, they kind of make the door stick. And it actually bent one of these chairs, which I'll have to bend it back. But I think the chairs are aluminum, so there's some scrap money there. But yeah, that's what we picked up. And like I said, then what you do is you go and you close out, and you print out your invoice. It's in Prime Self Storage in Quakertown. My payment details are here. $6.30 buyer's premium, and then the facility charges are $30.30 is what I paid for it, so less than 40 bucks plus a $100 cleaning deposit, and I have 72 hours to empty the unit. So it's all paid for, everything's ready to go. I will jump back on here and show you when we get there. See you in a little while. Oh, haha, I'm gonna trick my editor. A lot of people have been asking. I keep telling you that I buy Batman stuff to stick at my desk at work, so since I'm at work, might as well give you a little tour here. We got our little Batman good. Got Batman hiding in a bonsai. This was actually drawn for me by Q. Q drew me that, and he also made me this, which is a YouTube play button, which I thought was kind of cool. So got my Batman spinner, keep me busy. This one actually lights up somewhere. I thought it did. Maybe I broke it. Oh, did I break it? No, it lights up. Pretty cool. And then I got my Batman toy and my boys. So not a whole lot of stuff here yet, but this is probably going to be a 2 or 3 part video. I noticed that if I break them down a little bit, they seem to turn out a little better. a little easier to watch a video in pieces. So I will see you when we get to the storage unit. Stick around. Okay, we are at the storage facility, and this is the locker that we bought. We will open up our lock here. Now, granted, I told you I was here yesterday. When I paid, I threw a couple of boxes in the truck just to get some room in there. But this is what we got. Oh. And she is full. These chairs were up top yesterday, all the way up in this top corner. I pulled them out so that I could get the door open and closed. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to pull some of this furniture out and kind of stage it right here and figure out what we're going to do from there. So I shall be back. Alright, as you can see, I've been working for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. This is stuff that I don't know if that's any good. That's pretty cool. We have a set of 4 tables, or 4 chairs, and this little metal table. I believe the glass is in there. We'll get to that. This stuff's pretty much trash. This is a pretty big coffee table. I think I might donate that. Got a couple donations over there, but as you look in here, you can see we're starting to get into the meat of the unit. There's the glass tabletop. I don't know what this is to. This is pretty cool. This is like, I think this is actually marble. That's really heavy. But as you look back, you can see there is a ton of stuff left. All kinds of boxes and totes. So we're starting to get into that. There's a couple really nice dressers here. We're gonna make a couple trips today to get this stuff to the shed. I already took an entire truckload out. Here is another one of these nightstand things, so we have a pair of those. If they're Ethan Allen, they might be worth a few bucks. So yeah, I'm gonna pull out some more stuff and keep digging and see what we can come up with. The only thing I put in the truck, I put 2 little totes in here, so hopefully we'll get the truck filled up again. I got plenty of room in the truck for all the boxes, and what we'll do is we'll take a trip to the house with the boxes and come back and maybe load up some of the donation furniture. Sorry about that. The donation furniture. There's a thrift store about 5 miles that way, and there's a scrapyard about 3 miles that way. So I'm in a good location to get rid of a lot of this today. So I'm going to keep plugging away, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, I pulled out that dresser, which is really cool. If you look at the back, it's made by Glendesk Inc. It's got a price tag of $35 on it. This is an older dress. This is not a new piece by any means. You can tell because it's dovetailed on the ends. I believe that's the original hardware. So that's a really nice piece. I mean, I paid $30 for the unit, and I could probably sell that for $20 to $30 and make my money there. But once I move that, you'll notice this is full of totes and boxes and bags. So there is a lot of inventory here for $30. I am not opening one single box or one single tote, although I do notice they are marked knickknacks. Some of the bags have like stickers on them. So we're just gonna wing it and load up the truck, take a run to the house, come back and see where we're at from there. So once I get the truck loaded, I'll show you how much of a dent we made, and then we'll go from there. So, I know I keep jumping in short little blurbs, but it's hot. So I need to drop it like that. To my editor. That could be my Christmas present. Anyway, we shall be back. Alright, well, I got some of this truck loaded.
I pulled out another cool dresser. This one's kind of cool. I moved this big heavy thing which was standing up, and this is what we got. This is what I found. I am wearing gloves, I'm just not wearing them while I film, but this is all totes and all boxes, and if you look on top of them you can see the dust. This stuff's been here for a while. This is probably somebody's entire apartment, so not a bad deal for 30 bucks. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I'm sweating my butt off, but I'm definitely going to make money on this unit, depending on what's in the boxes. So we got a lot of unboxing to do. I'm going to get loaded up. I'll show you how much fits in the truck, but I wanted to show you that when you move stuff like this, I mean, this is press board. This thing's probably junk. I didn't even check any of the dresser drawers yet, but there is a lot of things in here. It's going to be at least 3 or 4 trips today, and then probably another 1 or 2 on Monday to get this thing emptied. So it is what it is. Hey, at least they left me a broom and a dustpan so I can sweep up. I'm going to get loaded, keep going, work, work, work. All right, I moved all the boxes off of the couch. There was actually a couple underneath in between the couches. That thing back there is 128 pounds of wow. It is a bed platform. I guess you build that platform and put your mattress and box spring on top of it. It's heavy, so that's going to be a separate trip just in the truck to put that on the bottom. What my plan of attack is now is to pull all of the boxes out and stack them in a pile right here. Put the furniture back in that's trash, like those chairs are trash. Put all that into the back. Then I'll put the furniture that I'm going to take to the house and donate, and then the boxes will go in front, so when I go home and come back I can just load up the boxes and take them out of here today. I don't have that big of a scrap metal pile. That'll probably go in the front as well. I did bring a hammer. I can smash these apart. They'll be easier to transport if I break them into pieces, and that'll be Monday. I'll bring the pickup and maybe the trailer and just load all the stuff into that. So that's the plan. I will tell you, when you do a storage unit, stay hydrated, wear your gloves, be organized. You know, don't just start ripping into boxes. You kind of have to take your time. You don't want to miss anything. Also, you want to make sure that you have the time that you need to get it out. This place is supposed to give you 48 hours, but after talking with them before I bid, I've actually dealt with this facility before. They gave me 72 hours because of the size of the unit. So that's another good thing you should always know about. Bring the proper tools if you need hand trucks, all that kind of stuff. Make sure that you have your what you're going to need, and don't bite off more than you can chew. If you can't do a 5x15 unit or a 10x30 or something like that, start small. Buy a 5x5. 5x5 will fit in any standard SUV usually. You might have to make 2 trips, but if you do it the correct way and you sort things into 2 piles, the stuff you're taking and the stuff that's trash, you take the stuff you're taking, you come back, you get the trash, and then you get your deposit back. So work smart, not hard. This unit has been here for a long time, so I'm really looking forward to getting into some of these boxes. That'll probably be in a couple days. I think on Sunday I will do some unboxing for this part of the video, and I think the following week I'll probably end up going back up to the flea market and setting up with all the stuff that I got and see what we can turn it into. So I want to take you through the entire process, from the buying the unit, going there, checking it out, getting your stuff, sorting through, getting rid of trash, all the fun stuff that comes with this job. So stick around. I'm going to give you another update when we get when I get this all organized and put back in, and then I'll show you the load that I took yesterday when we get to the house. So that being said, I've talked enough for now. I needed a break anyway. I'll be right back. Alright, I am going to show you the unit again, and I know what you're going to say. Well, AuctionLife, it doesn't look like you did anything. I'm going to take my magnets off at the top of here. It's not, you're going to think you didn't do anything. Like, it all looks the same. Because this is what it looks like now that everything is back in there. However, that's the truck. As you can see, the truck is packed. Entirely, literally stuffed to the gills, except for the front seat. Now, the way I have this set up is that I have the stuff you see immediately in front of you is stuff that's going to make it back to the house. The stuff behind that is the donation pile, and the stuff behind that is the garbage. So the last thing you want to do is pull your garbage out, and there's two schools of thought for that. First is it's easier to just take it right to the dump rather than sort it out at home. You know, it makes it a little easier. That's the way I do it. The other way to do it is everybody just takes everything out, puts it in a big pile at their house, and then goes through it there. You can do it that way, but then all the junk's at your house. You've already hauled it once. You shouldn't have to haul things more than one time. So for the furniture, I will bring a sledgehammer and bust up all the particle board furniture pieces. They'll all fit in the back of a pickup truck, and that way I can do it inside the unit. So any mess that I make, I can sweep up, be done, get my deposit back. So that being said, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more totes that I have to get the next trip. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, almost half a dozen boxes, some bags, some dressers. So we're gonna be packing up. I'm gonna go home, I'll show you the first load that I took, and then we'll load this into the shed. And the reason why I am putting this in my shed and not in my basement is there's two reasons for that as well. One is this has been here for quite a long time, and I am finding mouse droppings on the floor, so I would rather the mouse be outside than inside. So if they're in my truck, they're in my truck, which will suck if I'm driving home and I have a mouse run across me. That'd be scary, which is why you should put it in a trailer or someplace that's off of you. I don't have that luxury today. The second reason is obviously bed bugs. Although this stuff's been in here, this is not a climate controlled unit, so it does get sweltering hot in there, and everything is in bags. Clothing wise, I didn't run into a lot of clothes, I don't think. Like I said, I haven't opened any of the boxes, but none of them have been marked clothing. So we shall see what we shall see. Let's get home and unload load number 2. I'm getting hot. All right, well, we're home. This shed here is basically my warehouse of stuff that I'm getting ready to get rid of, projects or what have you. A lot of this stuff has to get busted up and burnt or donated, or it's just trash that I have to get a dumpster. But however, this is the first load of stuff that we took out of that storage unit. So we already have one load in here, a lot of bags. I'm going to start bringing the totes in. We were probably going to end up filling this entire section after the third load, and then I got a nice big area out here I can unbox everything. So that's what we're going to do, and yeah, off to unload round 2. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, that was thunder. We are back at the storage unit for the third trip. second one on film. And as you can see, the truck is full again. This is trip number 3 like this in this truck. And again, I have not went through one single box. I am waiting to do all of this Sunday. Unboxing. You're going to want to see it. It's going to be part 2. I have to stop at the booth. I actually found this in the storage unit. I'm going to put this in the booth today. These seem to do pretty well. This one's kind of cool. I don't think it's a Longaberger, but it's in pretty good shape. So I'm going to put that in today when I go over there. I picked this up at a thrift store, and I picked this up at a thrift store. It's an old dairy company out of Wisconsin. But that's for another time. These are going to get in the next trip. I just had them moved out of the way. They are not Ethan Allen. They're a knockoff brand. They're probably going to get donated. Yeah, looks a little different now. Just after one trip, you can actually see into the back. So we have our scrap metal. These chairs are all bent, so they're no good. We got our particle board, junk, mattress, a couple pieces of furniture. The unit is actually already making me money. There's another gentleman that buys and sells stuff, that he bought one of the other units, and when I got here, he was here, and he has a furniture place. So I sold a couple of the pieces out of there. He's going to meet me here in about an hour, and we're going to pull them out. One of them being the bed platform that was in the back that's still shrink wrapped. I looked it up online. They're a couple $100 when you buy them. I told him $75 if he comes and gets it, but we're gonna have to pull all this out to get to it because it's behind those mattresses. So he's coming. He's gonna probably take, I'm gonna let him basically have whatever he wants out of this unit, and I'll tell him anything other than the platform, he can have everything for $30, which is what I paid. So if he goes for that, then the unit will have paid for itself. I've got 3 truckloads of stuff. I am going to take this little dresser, this little display case for the booth. It's nicer than the one I have at the moment. This is going to go, as I looked at this is a little older. Don't want to lose the knob. I have a feeling he's going to buy this as well. The one tall one that was in here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I actually got it into the truck. Oh yeah, you can see the top of it right here. That's that older dresser. I wanted to make sure that got home. He's not getting that one. That one's actually going to be for me to sell in the booth. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to conclude part 1 right here. Part 2 will be Sunday. I'm going to do the unboxing. I think we might have a couple special guests. I think Q might make an appearance. Hopefully my lovely editor will come out, because I'm sure she'll want to fluff the stuff. And we'll see how we're doing. But so far, it's been a very productive day. Like I said, already sold some things in the unit. So we're already in the green, or in the black, I should say. Everything in these 3 truckloads is now 100% profit. This may actually be a 4-part video, because we're going to have to do 2 reveals and possibly another collaboration flea market with my buddy Mr. Stacks and Box Truck Guy and all the gang. So stay tuned. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your neighbors, tell your competition bidders, tell everybody. Anybody that likes Storage Wars, tell them I know this guy does pretty cool videos and he's an alright guy. Want to try and hit 2,000 viewers or subscribers by my birthday, which is in September. So I got a month. So I know it's a big one to try and reach, but hopefully my buddy Mr. Stacks will help me get there, and that'll be an awesome birthday present. So I am going to tell you my stupid dad joke, and then I'm gonna sign off. So my stupid dad joke is this. A guy passed me on a tractor screaming that the end of the world is near. You might know him. His name's Farmageddon. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Keep living that auction life.